Even if you regularly brush and floss, you will not remove cavity-causing plaque between your teeth unless you also use a brush specifically designed for that purpose. There are several brands of these, each with a unique design. They are not sold individually, but only in packs, because none of them last longer than a few uses. The manufacturers don't consider this a problem, but I do. They all have thin, flexible whiskers attached to a rigid spine, a metal spiral in this example. The flexible whiskers bend smoothly up to their root, where the unyielding spine forces them to bend sharply. This is a classic mechanical problem, sometimes described as the way to cut a wire without wire cutters. Good products avoid it. For example, the flexible power cord of an electric drill doesn't just attach to the rigid body, but goes through a tapered boot that spreads out the transition. Each whisker of the plaque brush needs a similar transition region, but it would be very expensive to give each one its own boot. The ideal brush is surprisingly easy to make for essentially no cost from a short piece of weed trimmer string. Even as thin as paper, this tough nylon is almost indestructible, so you can slice it as thin as needed to slip between your tightest teeth. Scraping with a razor blade teases flexible whiskers out of the core. Each automatically has a gradual firmness transition and, being an integral part of the core material, is more rugged than any whisker attached to a core. It may eventually wear down, but it will never break off. One brush lasts practically forever. I have used this one twice a day for a year. I made one end relatively thick for most of my teeth, and the other very thin for my tightest teeth. This easily penetrates between teeth that break any floss.